Hey, Argonox Knights! How you guys doing? Holo here. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. So we're going to continue our playthrough of Shadowrun Dragonfall. Hope everybody's been having a good week. This will be going up on Wednesday. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So if you remember last time, we found out that the troll with the skin graphs from the very first episode, which if you haven't seen, we'll put a link at the end of the video. So check that out. Oh no, he was in the second episode, sorry. Anyway, troll with skin graphs, his name is Audrin. And he is probably a dragon cultist, which is bad, because that means that he won't be reasoned with. So that's no fun. So we talked to Amsel. We have another job possibly lined up that we have to go talk to Fry Mueller. And get the setup for that, and yeah, we'll go from there. So we're going to talk to people here real fast, talk to Dietrich, see what he thinks about the choice I made with the Black Lodge. I'm not really happy with it either. Oh, I remember I had all this stuff muted in-game. Let's fix that. Bloop. There we go. Alright. Hey, boss. Dietrich gives you a slight nod. What can I do for you? Nothing new here. Actually, any thoughts about that last run that you'd like to share? There was nothing about that run that didn't disgust me. What they did to that troll. He shudders. It wasn't right, boss, on any level. Look, I get why you handed the MKV-1 over. It was the job after all. But I'd been a lot happier if you'd killed that thing. So long, Dietrich. He nods at you. Take it easy, boss. Let's go talk to Eager, and we'll check the computer. Eager offers you a shallow nod. Holo? Any thoughts about that last run? I'm not gonna lie, Holo. This one is gonna stick with me for a while. What they did to that troll was sick. I understand why you went off mission and handed the MKV-1 over to the lodge. It was the wrong call, though. We shouldn't be double-crossing our clients. We're better than that. Do you trust me, Eager? She pauses for a moment, considering. Finally, she nods. Yeah, I do. You've earned that much. I haven't always agreed with your decisions, Holo, but you've proven your competence. It's only fair for me to acknowledge it. Then tell me what happened to your team. This again? Why do you even care, Holo? Because it's pretty clear that if you had your way, you'd still be with them, and a good leader places a priority on knowing his team. She slowly nods. I can talk! I promise you this! Promise. Alright, I'll tell you. I suppose that you deserve to know. What happened to us was Hoffman. He was a rookie, the kid of some big money corporate exec. He looked good on paper, and he made it through KSK training, so he was technically qualified to join a team. But he was way too green to fit in with ours. So that's why she didn't like me being made the captain. Still, he wanted to be a hero, and his family had enough clout to get him an assignment of his choosing. I don't know how many strings Hoffman's daddy had to pull to get him assigned to our team, but he pulled them. Hoffman became our 9th squad mate, despite Metzger's objections. Anyway, flash forward a few weeks, we were closing in on one of the Russian mob's major trafficking operations. They've been using a series of warehouses 50 miles from the border as a staging area for their convoys. Women and girls from Eastern Europe were being housed there. When the convoys came, they'd be crammed in cargo containers and hauled across the border into Germany. Go to any brothel along the border and have a look around. Chances are you'll find at least a few girls who spent time in those warehouses. Slovakians, Hungarians, Poles, you name it, the mob has been smuggling them for decades. But we were in a position to derail their operation, and we weren't going to let our new additions slow us down. We hit them by surprise, and we hit them hard. Fisher and Brown managed to take down the Banshee that they had patrolling the site. Wolf had reconnaissance drones overhead, providing battle attack feeds to the rest of us, and we picked off their gunmen one by one. They had numbers on us, but they didn't know where to hit us. Sorry guys, I need a drink. We had eyes in the sky, and we had cover and concealment. Every time they thought they had a fix on us, we'd shift positions and hit them again. They might as well have been fighting ghosts. Then Hoffman broke cover and gave away our position. And after that, all heck broke loose. Wolf went down first. The sound of it will haunt me for the rest of my days. An explosion, a choked scream, and this long, drawn-out gurgling sound. When he died, his drones went down with him, and there were too many hostiles to track without them. I'll spare you the gory details, Holo. Suffice it to say that my team was wiped out. Eager's face clouds again. You can see the tears beginning to well in her eyes. I watched Metzger die. With visible effort, she clamps down on her emotions and calms herself. When she speaks again, her voice is flat. I took 3 rounds myself, had to drag myself back across the Oder-Neisse line to Germany. I almost died. So that's the story. My KSK career died with the rest of the team. Our mission was illegal, after all. Off the books. There was no going back for me, so I wound up here. She looks you in the eye. Her tone is impassive. Did that tell you everything you wanted to know, fearless leader? Are you satisfied now? Yes, thank you, Eager. So tell me, what's your takeaway from my tale of woe? I figure you've got to have one. Doesn't matter what I think. What you think and how you act on it is what's important. She pauses to consider. Normally, I'd call that a cop-out answer, but I guess that there's some truth to it. In any case, you don't need to worry about me, fearless leader. My baggage isn't gonna hurt my job performance or anything. You might be thinking that I judged you too harshly in the beginning because of Hoffman. You'd be right on that count. I probably did. But everything else that I said after Monica died was justified, whether you want to believe it or not. Giving you command of this team was a hasty decision made for the wrong reasons. I stand by that assessment. In between then and now, I've been watching you like a hawk, and you've grown, Holo. You weren't the right choice to lead before, I still believe that, but you are now. Aww, Eager likes us! Yeah! Eager likes us! Finally! Party time! No, not really. There's no parties in Shadowrun. Thanks, Eager. Good talk. She nods. Until next time. Let's talk to Glory. We haven't talked to her in a while. Hello. What do you need? I have a question for you, Glory, of the personal kind. I'm not big on sharing, sport. Personal reasons, you understand. I'm sure. The edge in her voice tells you that she's not interested in continuing this conversation. Sure, I understand, but I still need to talk to you. Glory lets out a weary sigh. Ask your questions, but do it quickly. I have things to do. Okay. You can't have started running in the shadows much more than 5 years ago. Tops. So what's with the vintage chrome? Chrome being her cybernetics. It was cheap. It gets the job done. She shrugs. End of discussion. I don't think so. I've known a lot of street Sams in my time, but I've never met anyone who'd voluntarily install cyberware that old. Street Sams is short for Street Samurai. You're right. There's more to it than I'm letting on, but I'm not interested in talking about it. I can't help but notice that you seem guarded, withdrawn. That's my problem, and none of your concern. If whatever happened to you has impaired your ability to trust me, then it is my concern. Come on, Glory, talk to me. Trust is earned, and I don't know you yet. Maybe later, when we get to know one another better, we can talk. For now, I'd prefer if you dropped it. That's all that I needed to know. Fine with me. Anything else that you need? I'll talk to you later. She shrugs. Suit yourself. Let's go talk to the computer. Yes, let's talk to it. We'll just speak directly at it. Cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. We have 200 messages. Let's do that. Salvage DVD. From the screen flickers to life and Mallet's face appears. From the shifting background and ambient noise, it's clear that this message was recorded on a portable device. Hoi, hello. Just wanted to tell you that I've met with limited success in working on that stack of DVDs. It's a thorny problem, but at least I'm making some headway. If you look on the table beside your DVD player, you'll find another recovered disc. I wasn't able to salvage all of the files on it, but I think that you might find what I did recover to be of interest. For my part, I'm going to continue working on the other DVDs. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't hold out much hope, though. They're all badly damaged and suffering from disc rot, besides. I'll be in touch. My best to you and your team. The message ends, the image fades, you find yourself back at your inbox. R.E. still alive. Guessing that Yana. Okay, cool. So she was from the mission where we, the first mission, the trial run that we did for the lodge. I guess I should thank you. You've got me out of that horrible job alive. I don't think I could have made it on my own. What happened on that run took everything else away from me, but at least I'm still breathing. The lodge turned me into a killer, Holo. That gnaws at my guts every minute of every day, and I still can't sleep at night. Innocent people, normal people, died because of what I did. And you know why they made me do it? Because they could. I don't know, maybe this doesn't bother you. You're a Shadowrunner after all. You kill people all the time. Just another day at the office, huh? Well, I'm not like you. I can't just kill people on the job and forget about it the next day. This is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. I don't know how to live like this, but it's still better than not living at all. That's what I keep telling myself, and so I figured that I might as well tell it to you too. Oh, she's having a rough time. So I'm in the jobs directory. Let's claim payment for the MKV-1 prototype job. That's some good money. Message pops up on the screen. Here's your money. Don't ever contact us again. Schmidt. When your new friends turn on you, I'm going to spit on your grave. Yeah, I figured they weren't so happy. A moment later, a second message pops into your inbox. Your payment details. Payment from client $22,500. Deductions for crew salary. We got another $11,000 to the Alice funds. Cool. We do have the farm cleanup job. Let's go and read that. We read through this one already, didn't we? Yes, we did. This was the one where he wasn't sure about the job. We're going to go and accept it just so we have it there. But we're still going to go talk to what's her name. Let's check the status of the Alice Fund. Well, we're actually getting pretty close. 2 more jobs probably, and we'll have everything we need. Oh, I could deposit 5,000. Yeah, no, not doing that. I don't have that much money. Let's go to the Shadowlands BBS. These are always fun. Let's search for relevant keywords. Massacre at Chatanest Schoolhouse. Really attention-grabbing headline, right? That's how the local news has been spinning it. Truth is, the schoolhouse was abandoned years ago and was being used as a humanist recruitment and training complex. We did this! You're kidding me. A friend of mine was going there after class, and he said it was just a community center. I know none of you are fans of humanists, but that entire chapter house got wiped clean. There were probably some kids in there off the street who were just looking for a hot meal. Screw humanists for exploiting them, but they didn't deserve death. Good riddance to them. Streets are a little safer now that they're all buried. When trolling on the humanist board, and that place was totally wiped out, Volker Stahl was in charge of that chapter house. Good riddance to that piece of dreck. Dreck meaning, poo. Just got offered a job to geek one of the humanist lieutenants. Seems like Stahl is dead and the power struggle is already underway. You taking the job? Not my kind of work, but I gave the Johnson an address to one of your Trix dead drops. Cheers, mate. Just finished up drinks with a chummer who was doing some biz up there. The real story is Humanis did not want to pay for services rendered, and some hired muscle went crazy and took them all out. That's not true. So the muscle decided taking the whole place down would get the Nuyen back? Well, that's one way to make a living, I guess. Even if your friend did get screwed out of a bit of Nuyen, I don't think Humanis would even be worth the bullets, especially that many of them. Save the flux state. The time rise up against the corporations is now. Fight for free Berlin. They even put grammatical errors in these posts. I love it. You just fall out of a time warp? The war is over, and we won. Hard to imagine Berlin any freer. Maybe you just need to switch to decaf? As long as any corporation is active anywhere in the F state, we are all at risk. We must act. Corps are good for business and keep in their little corners. Why do you think we would help you? How naive to think they will stay there forever. Don't you see that they are taking the freedom we all hold so dear? Plans are being made across the F state. With the shadow community on our side, we shall prevail. The F state has its own way of dealing with those who step out of line. Take your politics somewhere else. Around here, we got bills to pay. Running on SK. What a thrill. Had to do a simple data steal on an SK branch office. Turned into an OK Corral shootout. Never seen first response team arrive that fast in my life. Had a Decker offsite running damage control. Managed to distract the second team to a different building while we jacked the car. The first team came in. Lesson learned. Simple when it comes to SK. Means something else. SK stands for Sader-Kruppe, by the way. It is one of the 10 mega corporations. Mega corporations, basically. It's one of the big 10. And it is the #1 corporation in the world. It is huge. So it's not surprising that the police responded that quickly when something like that would happen. You saw the corpse response vehicle? Don't they have trackers on those things? Of course they do. Dumped it off the side of the road with a primed grenade in the back seat just to be safe. Nice one. Bragging about a nearly failed run on SK? Is it worth them paying a Decker to backtrace your Shadowland account? Any idea what valuable data they were hiding in that office branch, or that branch office? No idea. Money was too good to take any chances with it. Safely delivered it, and the transfer cleared. That guy's gonna die. Do you have any pay data to post? Nope. Yep, that's all that we got on here. Let's go talk to Blitz. I'm gonna do these later. I don't want to mess with that. They take forever. So I don't really want to get into that right now. Okay. But with that in mind, let's talk to Blitz. So I was checking a couple of things. One look at Blitz's face is enough to tell you that something is gnawing at him. He stands beside his table, playing with a coffee spoon. Oi, Holo. What you need? What's going on, Blitz? Well, Chief, I hate to admit it, but I might be in a little bit of trouble here. Go on. There's an awkward pause. Then Blitz plows on ahead. Well, you remember those creditors I told you about? The ones who loaned me all that money? Yes. Yeah, well, as it turns out, some of them are a little less forgiving than I thought they were. Keep talking. Well, one in particular seems to have taken things kind of personally. How personally are we talking here? I, got a package in the mail. It had somebody's thumbs in it. Thumbs? Yeah, thumbs. They came in a cigar box, packed in salt. I have no idea who they belong to. I'm pretty sure that they were meant to convey some sort of message. I think that's a pretty safe bet. I don't want to lose my thumbs, Chief. I like my thumbs. I think that I need to pay this guy back. Luckily, I got a plan. I know how to get myself out of hot water with Meat Grinder. I got it all specced out. Let me get this straight. You took a loan from somebody named Meat Grinder. Hey, Chief, come on. I feel bad enough about this tragedy. There's no need to rub it in. I have a horrible southern accent. I'm sorry that you guys have to listen to it. Anyway, like I was saying, I can make it all right again, but I'll need your help to do it. I'm listening. Well, there's this group out in Dragonfall. They call themselves the Landenberg Ring. They're a financial crime organization. There's a lot of bad blood between them and Meat Grinder's operation. Anyway, back when I was running with the Schwartz Herzen, I laid out the groundwork for a hit on the Landberg Ring. I was never able to make good on it, though. For some reason, none of the other gangers ever volunteered to help out. With your help, I could steal enough money from them to cover my debt, and get myself back into Meat Grinder's good graces in the process. So what do you think? Quick run, just you and me, with me in the Matrix, and you as my man on the ground. We hit them, satisfy my debt, and laugh about it on our way back home. Sound like a plan? Alright, Blitz, but in the future you need to be more upfront with me about things like this. No problem, Chief. Not a problem at all. You can count on me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got some last-minute stuff to take care of before we get started. Oh, and Holo? Thanks. No sweat, Blitz. You got the U-Bahn? No. Not as such, Chief. I won't be physically going to Dragonfall. I've seen enough of that place for one lifetime. I've been jacking in from a terminal that I set up here in the Cruise Bazaar. Great. Okay, well, I guess that I'll send you a comm when I get there. Sounds good, Chief. Thanks again. This better not be a double cross from him. That would be not so much fun. How much money do we have? A lot! We need some medical supplies before we do anything else. So he looks different. Zack Flash. Alright, let's go to the cyber clinic. Alright. Triage Cyber Clinic. Let's talk to Dr. Exgabel. Need medical supplies badly. Alright. We're going to buy as many Bumonas as we can, which is only 2. Oh my gosh. Buy as many medkits as we can. We had to buy the 2 golds. I didn't want to spend that much money, but we need more Bumonas. Although those might recharge after Blitz's mission. I will buy 1. That's so much money. I'm going to go with the 2 for now. I'm going on a mission with just myself next, so we'll see how that goes first. Let's grab as many of these as I can. I don't need grenades. Not when I'm going on a mission by myself with no healer. Let's grab one more advanced med kit. Sweet. I have a ton of med kits, guys. And that is good. There's another Bumona here. Actually, I'm going to remove one of these. Grab that third Bumona. Confirm. If I'm going on a mission solo, there's no way I'm not going, or I'm going to go without grabbing a bunch of stuff to use. Let's go talk to that lady. Oh, the other Yvonne station, okay. Go there, Holo. Go to this area, right here. Thank you, Holo. Alright. Oh, there's a guard out there right now. Probably because of the lady. There's Luca. Let's talk to Froy Mueller. As you press your way forward through the cozy, smoke-filled confines of Café Sezve, you catch sight of Froy Mueller. She appears as Amsel described her, an impressive-looking woman of Aztlaner descent, with coffee-colored skin and dark, wavy hair. Everything about her screams corporate executive, from her expensive-looking suit to her tastefully understated makeup. She's obviously nervous, but she's hiding it well. She locks eyes with you and hesitates only slightly before speaking. Hello, I presume. Herr Amsel told me that I could meet you here. He wasn't lying. He said that you had a job for me. She holds her silence for a moment, then nods. Yes. Yes, I do. In truth, I'm in desperate need of your help. Then tell me what you need, Froy Mueller. She offers you a small smile. An assumed name, obviously, but I've been told that this is how you people do business. She straightens in her seat and tries on a smile. It hangs there for a second, then fades away. She sighs. From my accent, you've no doubt inferred that I am an Aztlaner. Further, you may have guessed who I work for. As technology, I'd assume, because I have corporate etiquette corporate. She nods. I've been with the company for over a decade. In that time, I've worked on all manner of projects, from the innocuous to the obscene. My hands have touched it all. Never once did I question the wisdom of our research. Never once did I consider blowing the whistle on my employers. I kept my nose down, worked hard, and excelled at the tasks set before me. They must love you there. I'm going to go with go on, please. She's obviously nervous. Last month, I was transferred here from my home in Tenochtitlan. They told me that an employee of my caliber was needed in Berlin for what I would be working on, and that I would be working on a project with wide-reaching applications. The only other detail that I was given was the name of the project, Bloodline. That doesn't sound good. She looks you in the eye, and for the first time you can see the cracks in her composure. She's doing a good job of hiding it, but deep down, this woman is terrified. I can talk. Keep tripping over my words. There's so many big words in this one. I've seen many terrible things in my life, Holo. In Tenochtitlan, blood magic is commonplace. Take a moment to imagine what that means. In the underground markets, people are bought and sold as chattel. Street children are rounded up and bled like lambs. I witnessed all of these things by the age of 12. She takes a deep breath, then lets it out slowly. Seeing such things, it changes you, makes you numb. But what I found when I arrived here was worse. This project, it horrifies me, Holo, and it must be stopped. Tell me everything you know about Bloodline. She shakes her head. The less that you know, the better, for both of us. You just have to trust me on that. You only know that it is evil, and that it is not what... that... Josh! Use your words better! And that is not a word that I use lightly. If you won't tell me what... You have to understand, Froy Mueller. I can't accept this job without knowing what it entails. Of course not. Your job will be relatively simple. I want you to bring the building down. The computers, the research data, the mages, and scientists that are working to bring about this abomination, I want all of them burned to ash and buried in rubble. No compromises and no exceptions. Her tone softens. I'm sure that you have unanswered questions. I'm not in the habit of dealing with Shadowrunners. In truth, I've spent the majority of my career living in fear of you people. But I do know that you're the only ones who can get this done. So tell me, Holo, is there anything more that you need to hear from me, or are you ready to make a decision? What about any innocent people in the building? None of us are innocent, Holo. But if you need to solve your conscience, rest assured that at the hour of your approach, the only personnel authorized to be on the site will be security and senior members of the research team, and I assure you, neither are innocent in this matter. If the Bloodline project reaches completion, nobody will be safe ever again. This sounds like hyperbole, I know, but it isn't. The Bloodline project will lead to countless deaths. I am certain enough of this to hire you, despite the fact that doing so will probably cost me my own life. I'm not a demolitions expert, Frau Mueller. How do you expect me to level a building? You don't need to be. All that you need is a competent decker. The facility is powered by a number of on-site generators. There are safeguards in place to prevent them from overloading. In the event of a power spike, the system is designed to shut itself down. But I know how you can disable those safeguards. Once the generators begin to overload, you'll have a limited time to reach a safe distance. The explosion will be quite catastrophic. Paul Amsel is my representative in these matters. Why couldn't you tell all this to him? I had to meet you in person, to look into your eyes and see the man behind the name. Now that I have done so, I am sure you are the one that I need. Naturally, I will send any further information about the job to Herr Amsel, provided, of course, that you accept. What can you tell me about building security? I expect it to be tight. In addition to the standard security team, As Technology has taken on a knight-errant high-threat response team contract to protect the building. Corporate doesn't seem to mind contracting a competitor for emergency response services. That should give you some indication as to the uniqueness of this project. That is true. That's super rare. That is kind of scary. At any rate, I believe that I've come up with a solution to the knight-errant problem. I'll discuss the matter with your Herr Amsel if you decide to take the job. Let's talk compensation. 36,000 yen, as I told your Herr Amsel. That's what I have allocated for the job. That's fair. It's better than fair. I've done my homework, Holo. I've reached a decision. Yes, and? I'll take the job. Her face visibly brightens. In that case, it's a deal. I can't tell you how relieved I am, Holo. Thank you for helping me to bring this nightmare to an end. I will iron out the remaining details with your Herr Amsel. He'll want to talk this over with you anyway, I'm sure. You're a good man, Holo. You are saving more lives than you know. And we're totally going to find out what's going on in there before we leave. For sure. Let's go talk to Amsel. And I think we'll go ahead and cut the episode there. And then we will pick up and I think we'll do Blitz's mission first next time. And then I think we'll do the pharma cleanup one, the one that we don't know much about. And then I believe we'll do that one. That one sounds like a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to move on with the storyline if I can avoid it, and that's obviously a storyline mission. Welcome back, Holo. How did the meeting with Frau Mueller go? I accepted the job. Any ideas on how to tackle this? Yes, a few. Frau Mueller has provided us with detailed information on the facility. I vetted the information, and it seems to hold up. Based on this intel, I have formulated what I believe will be an effective strategy to bring down the building. According to Mueller's intel, the facility is extraordinarily well guarded. Whatever this Bloodline project is, the Azis have spared no expense to defend it, Azis being Az Technology. The facility is patrolled by Az Technology's internal security personnel. On their own, they would pose a challenge, but I don't doubt that you could brute force your way through them. By the way, Az Technology is also one of the mega corporations. I think it's like 3rd or 4th rated, maybe even 2nd. Unfortunately, they will not be on their own. Az Technology has purchased one of Knight Errant's more expensive security contracts and as an additional line of defense. That's not good. No, it is not. Knight Errant is too dangerous to take on directly, but if we were to compromise their comlinks, we could at least partially mitigate this danger. I pulled from some strings with an old contact of mine, and he's provided me with the address of a small software developer, OTK International. They write the firmware updates for Knight Errant's comm systems, and their defenses should be considerably weaker than Az Technology's. My contact has informed me that OTK stores an off-site hard copy of every firmware update it develops for data security purposes. My suggestion is this. You hit the offices of OTK International and reduce their computers to slag. In the interim, I will have the hard copy of their next update replaced with a compromised version. When OTK's next update goes live, our compromised version will be pushed out to Knight Errant. When you hit this Az Technology facility, it'll be able to track the Knight Errant via their comlinks. This should make the run much more manageable. He fishes in his pocket for something. A moment later, he produces a corporate ID with your face on it. This will get you through the front door of the office park that contains OTK International. My contact was only able to provide me with one card, so you need to let the rest of your team in through a side door. Alright, sounds like a plan. Very good. OTK's offices aren't far from here. You should take the U-Bahn there when you're ready. Man, that's a multi-part mission. That's going to be a ton of fun. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and end the episode here, though. Thank you guys so much for joining me again. You guys, if you really liked this video, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the content, please like the video also. It helps a lot more than you might realize, getting us out there to new viewers. I really think that we have something fun that we can share with people and create a community here together. So do that if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, obviously no reason that you have to. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Good game and good night. Arcanine Knights, see you later.